Hello and namaste. In this video we are going to discuss about the red pill of productivity. Okay, the red pill. And if you understand this, you don't have to watch any other productivity video, you don't have to watch any procrastination video. So the thing is, the thing I want to talk about is productivity is not doing more, it's doing less. Vivekananda asked Ramana Maharishi once, what's the difference between productivity and activity? The guru replied, activity gets you busy, productivity gets you free. Simple statement. Okay, productivity needs to keep you free. You need to be empty. You need to focus on the one or two things that will get you far ahead in life. If you haven't watched that video on Pareto Law, go ahead and watch that on my channel. I have the best explanation. Come on, guys, and click that subscribe button. In the fast-paced world that we live in, we think that doing more is going to lead to success, but that's not true. It's actually the opposite way around. The most successful people that you meet are actually doing less, but that less takes most amount of their time. So if you want to achieve the most, you have to do the least, but you have to pick the least with the precision of a sniper. Okay, so pick the sniper. Let's discuss some of the fallacy that you have that makes you think that doing more is actually getting you ahead in life. So first of the fallacy or psychological baggages that we have is a planning fallacy. So planning fallacy states that as humans, we are not good judge of setting deadlines or setting expectation of how much a task is going to take, how much time a task is going to take. So this leads to missing of deadlines and a lot of blockages. This is within ourselves. So we are not a good judge of how much time it takes. And when we take an initiative of doing multiple things at once, we actually achieve nothing because we have this fallacy that we cannot judge how much time a particular task is going to take. So if you want to have success in life, you need to choose few tasks that you can be sure will be completed in time. The second psychological effect is optimism bias. Optimism bias states that we overestimate our ability to finish a particular task. Planning bias said we underestimated our ability to judge how much time it will going to take to finish the task. And optimization bias state we overestimate our own ability to finish a particular task. This also leads to missed deadlines, and this also affects your productivity. So stop doing a lot of things because you think you can do it, but actually you cannot. It's a bias in your mind, and the mind is playing against you, which is stopping your success. Switching cost bias is my favorite. I don't like multitasking at all. It has affected my brain too much. And I don't want you to depend on multitasking as well. If you're from a computer background, if you know about what is multiprocessing, okay? So this is a processor, a task comes, it processes it, it sends it away, another task comes, it sends it away. But the time the processor takes for switching from task 1 to task 2 is a lot. It's usually a lot, sometimes more than the time taken by the task to be finished. And this is called a switching task bias, and your brain is a processor. When you switch from one task to another, it takes time to gain momentum in the other task, and this affects your productivity. So avoid multitasking. The fourth psychological effect of why you're not increasing your productivity is ego depletion. So ego depletion states that we have limited amount of self-control in our life, in our day. In complete day, we have limited amounts of self-control. This is important to understand because if in the complete day you are using your self-control to do a task that is important to you, that is difficult, by the end of the day you will lose that self-control, and by the end of the day you will be forced to do the things that you wouldn't normally do. Okay, this is because we have limited self-control and we must use it judiciously. So in the beginning of the day, you have to pick up the tasks that are really important to you. Okay, especially important, as important as possible. It can be even difficult, and use it as much as possible. Try to expand that ego muscle, try to expand that energy. It will be depleted anyway, but use that energy to good productive use. If you pick a non-important task, even then till the end of the day, the energy will be depleted, but you would be doing unproductive tasks for the entire day. Again, coming back to the same principle, you will be busy, but you won't be productive. My task here is to get you to productivity, not activity. Okay, you want to be productive, you watch Veer Confidence. Fifth psychological effect is decision fatigue. Okay, this state that we have a limited pool of decision making energy. This is again a muscle that can be trained, but we still have a limit. Okay, how much we use in a particular day. So it's important that you reduce the amount of decision you take in a particular day. So it's not necessary that every day you have to decide what to eat, what to wear. Okay, you can reduce that, you can automate a lot of things. This is what Steve Jobs did when he just wore the same thing every particular day. This is what Mark Zuckerberg is doing. He's removing that need to make that particular decision every day, what to wear, what to eat, and that gives him much more time to take important decisions for Facebook. So always remember this thing, your decision making energy or self-control energy is limited, and it's important at the beginning of the day or during entire day. Okay, you use it judiciously and you use it with caution, because once it's exhausted you won't have any control what you'll be doing or what you'll be choosing. And people generally make wrong choices when their decision making pool is exhausted. This is why they used to say that nothing good happens after 2 a.m. and just go home if it's 2 a.m. because you won't be making any good decisions. So coming back to the original thing, why I'm saying less is more. Because to solve all these biases, the one thing you can do is pick one difficult, impossible task in a particular day and try to finish it. Okay, I trained my mind by doing 1000 push-ups a day. It was impossible. But once I began to do that, I was able to develop my willpower and be able to channel that particular energy to my other tasks. Okay, I was able to record complete course in single day, upload and edit single course in a day because I had developed that willpower. And you can do it too, because it's a muscle that can be trained. So when you have that one task for the complete day, you overcome that planning bias or optimism bias. You understand that you have this bias of overestimating your own ability. You have this bias of underestimate how much time a task is going to take. And when you have only one task for the entire day, you are able to overcome this, okay? Because it's important. And once you're trained with one day, you can move into 1 week or 1 month. Only one task for 1 month. How are you going to fail on that? There is no way you can fail on that if you have the right focus, determination, and perseverance. There is no way you can fail. So every day you have to ask yourself, what is that one thing I can do today that will get me successful, and try to do this with complete effort. Okay, try to do it with complete effort. What is that one thing you could do today? And this is again important because then you will also be overcoming that desire to do multiple things at once. You will be avoiding that context switching stage where it takes time for you to move between tasks. I will tell you a problem that I was facing. Okay, I was trying to do multiple things at once, trying to record videos, trying to work on my programming, everything at once. Okay, but what used to happen was, whenever I faced a challenging situation while editing a video, I would move to something easier. And in my mind, I used to generalize that I'm being productive, but I wasn't feeling productive. Okay, I was busy, I was working hard, but I wasn't getting any results. So this was a problem, that whenever something hard comes in, I would go pick something easier and it appears to be productive, but it's not. Okay, then next day I would do same thing. When you begin to pick only one task for entire day or entire week or month, you won't have chance to do this, and you'll be forced to finish that particular task, even the hard stages, to get it to completion. And trust me when I say this, the hard parts are the most worth it. Okay, even if it is the cost of all the other tasks. And since you are already deciding what's the most important thing to be done that day, you don't have to worry about other tasks. You can forget about it. Trust me, you only need this to become much more productive. And if you have learned anything so far from the video, go ahead and click on that like button, click on that subscribe button. Always remember, prioritizing is important for productivity, and at the same time, prioritizing important for you to know which tasks are worth avoiding and which tasks are worth doing. Without these principles, without first knowing which is the most important task to do in particular day, you won't be productive, you won't be successful. Every successful people do this, and I want you to be successful. Please do it. Please try to implement this into your life. Watch this video as much as possible, download it, save it in your library, share it with your friends, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. You can follow me on Veer Confidence. Thank you. Bye.